According to the company, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand will be the first Twitter users to get editable tweets. They're planning to add the United States of America to this list soon. Twitter has been promising to add this feature for some time now. Stay with us as we explore what exactly this feature adds to Twitter's usability, who will be able to access it, and when the full rollout can be expected. First up, what exactly can we expect? This is a feature Twitter has been promising for some time now. The company actually made the first announcement that they were working on the feature back in April. At that time, the rollout of the feature was promised by September. That deadline was missed, but with good reason. This is a huge change for the platform, and they want to make sure they get it right before rolling it out to all their users. There are major concerns over this new feature though. Stay with us, we'll be delving into those in a short while. So what does this feature look like? The first glimpse of editable tweets was put online sometime last week. The company actually edited one of its own tweets. The tweet looks like any other tweet, but it has a pencil icon next to the date and some text that tells people what time and date the tweet was last changed. By clicking on the icon, you can see who edited the tweet and also a list of all previous edits. If you're a user with access to this function, you'll have up to half an hour to edit the tweet, and you'll only be allowed 5 changes. This is according to the official Twitter support document. Right now, the editing feature is in testing. It's living in the Twitter Blue Labs section. Twitter Blue is the company's subscription service. It will set you back $4.99 per month. Also, this editing function won't be free for all. Only certain kinds of tweets will be available for editing. Retweets, pinned tweets, and replies, for example, will be locked for editing. Okay, but editable tweets could be a minefield. Many users are dead against editable tweets, and there are good reasons for this. At the core of the issue is that Twitter is unique in the social media universe. Embedded tweets drive news, which Facebook and Instagram don't. Republishing and retweeting are the main risks of allowing editing. Access is going to be limited, but rumors are doing the rounds that it will be more available than initially thought. Keep watching as we bring you the facts. Now, why is Twitter so powerful? Twitter is undoubtedly the quickest way for anyone to get good or bad information to an audience. The Trump presidency, for example, would probably not have happened if Twitter wasn't around. There's a major upside to this kind of social media power. But remember, fake news is rampant, and this is a challenge, to say the least. Much of Twitter's power lies in its immediacy. Hit tweet, and your followers get your message within seconds. That factor alone makes editable tweets complex. As soon as one starts to think about editable tweets and what the implications are, a whole barrage of questions automatically opens up. What happens to a post once somebody edits a tweet? What if the edit is of such a nature that you don't agree with the original message at all anymore? Meanwhile, access will be limited for now, it seems. For now, the feature will be limited to Twitter Blue users, and it's also being rolled out to API users. The number of users, and also the abusers, who actually end up using the feature will be interesting to see. And this number issue also adds even more hypothetical questions. Let's say you report an abusive tweet, then it's edited and no longer remains visible to users. What then? And what if you embed a tweet on a website and cache the content? Is there a way to make sure your website users see the most up-to-date version of that tweet? Let's say you embed a tweet. Obviously, you take on some editorial responsibility. You're now a publisher in the eyes of the law. Is it possible to trigger a redo on the moderation of old tweets? What about the time lapse between editing and reading? What happens if you read a tweet while it's being edited? Did you hit retweets? Also, let's say you use something like Buffer to either comment or retweet something later. Now the original tweet has been edited, and your comment doesn't make sense any longer. What then? Will I be able to go back in time and edit material, say, from 2015? Perhaps Donald Trump's run for president is a hoax. What about major and minor edits? Will some kind of differentiation be made between those? Something like changing a type versus altering the content. Meanwhile, here's what Twitter themselves have to say on their blog. They acknowledged that editable tweets were the most requested feature ever on Twitter. On their blog, they wanted to update users and also bring them relevant news about the development and implementation of this feature. One of the biggest questions asked is who will be testing this feature. We're going to let Twitter answer that question in a moment. Stay with us. So according to Twitter, what exactly is an editable tweet? Twitter says it's a new feature that allows users to change the content of their tweets even after they've been published. According to the company, it's a period that will allow you to add missing tags and fix typos. They also mention that tweets will remain open to editing for around 30 minutes, and that edited tweets will be marked with an icon, a label, and a timestamp. Readers will clearly be informed that a tweet has been edited, and the label will give viewers access to the changing history of the tweet. Twitter also says that the time limit and access to the different edited versions of the tweet have been built into the feature to protect the integrity of the conversation. Experts from the broader media landscape are also concerned. Keep watching, we're going to tell you why. Okay, but who will be testing the new feature? Twitter. Again, Twitter says they deliberately kept their testing group small. According to them, this is to incorporate feedback and also clear up any potential issues. A lot of focus will be placed on the potential to abuse the feature. They're also indicating that they'll be rolling out the feature to the Twitter Blue subscribers later in the month, although no fixed date has been set for this. On their blog, they're saying Twitter Blue subscribers will also be used as a testing group. They're also testing, according to their official release, on a country-by-country basis. This is so they can carefully study the impact this feature could have on the way the platform functions and is perceived. And even more developments may be on the cards at Twitter. Watch to the end to find out what it is. Meanwhile, other media experts are also concerned. There are other spheres where the idea of an edit button is not that well received, and in fact, it's already causing some backlash. The greatest concern is that in a world already fraught with fake news, this button could contribute to the further spread of misinformation. Although Twitter has guaranteed it will make sure a label appears on every edited tweet, this has not set minds at ease. An ethical hacker and also the CEO of Social Proof Security, Rachel Toback, gave a couple of hypothetical examples of how this new feature could create chaos. Somebody will tweet something that says, "These two celebrities just started dating." She said, it goes viral, 15 to 20 minutes later, they go in and they change that to a crypto scam, a phishing link, or voting disinformation. Because of Twitter's incredible influence and the fast-moving dynamics of its audience, tweets containing false information move in and out of markets faster than on any other social media platform. She's an expert who's sure that the new feature will hurt more than it will help. I don't think we need to add another potential disinformation feature that could be abused ahead of the next election cycle. Finally, will the editable tweet feature lead to more? A whole bunch of accessibility advocates have been calling on Twitter to allow users to add alt text to tweets after they've already been posted. The primary reason for this change is that blind individuals would then be able to access visual elements with technology that reads these descriptions aloud. Sheoki Amdo, a Twitter spokesperson, said this is already available in the version of the editable tweets feature that is being tested right now. He confirmed that the feature will allow users to edit text, images, and videos, as well as whatever alt text is attached to any of those. Twitter has begun struggling with digital advertising revenue. There's been a serious downturn in this revenue, and it completely stalled in the last quarter. So by offering the new feature to Twitter Blue subscribers only, the company could actually be pushing to boost those figures. At the very least, this has been put forward as a reason for this move. They are, according to insiders, even exploring ways for the producers of adult content to make material available on the platform and be able to charge for their images or videos, with Twitter taking a cut, of course. This project, however, seems to have stalled due to major concerns over child exploitation. And that, in a nutshell, folks, is all the news around Twitter's new editable tweets feature. It's also how we end this video. Remember to look out for our next upload.